What is up, metal and heavy music fans? It's Flight of Icarus again with MetalTrenches.com, and it's that time again for me to check out your latest requests and recommendations for underground metal albums on Bandcamp. And hey, if you'd like to be kept up to date with the best and brightest metal bands and albums from the underground and above, then stick with me by hitting that subscribe button down below. Alright, more recommendations to check out today. We're going to start with Svn.Seeker, not sure how to pronounce this, but they are from Bristol, Connecticut. Love the album art. Very cool. I love these more like painted looking albums. Kind of blackened death metal harsh stuff. Only 2 songs up while I'm doing this, but by the time this episode airs, the whole thing may be out. 5 songs. Loving this though. Very full production. Super aggro. Some kind of like dissection vibes a little bit. Formed by ex-Archaic Decapitator guitarist. This is super aggro. Melodic death metal. Yeah. Dissection, man. Clearly some dissection vibes here. The mixture of the chuggy guitars with the black metal tremolos. More black metal vocals too. Something I could definitely see on like the Artisan Era label. They've got lots of bands kind of in this style. Those drums. That's really cool. A little solo here too. Man, that's just one song too. Yeah, mellow death vibes on this one, like that groovy intro. Ooh, a little synth, a little piano. Okay, got some different flavors here too. Nikita Krenov is lead guitar, vocals, and synth programming, so that's pretty rad. She's got a sick voice. Yeah, I can get down with this. I actually lose track of who sent me full downloads. This is definitely one I'm going to revisit in my email because I want to hear the whole thing for sure. Strong way to start off the episode today. But yeah, I'm dragging on. I'm losing track of time here because I'm enjoying this so much. But that is, again, Sevenseeker with Means to an End. Alright, then we've got Dead Exaltation with Despondent. These guys are out of India. India's got a really cool, just growing, constantly growing death metal scene. They love them some brutal death metal in particular. And there you have it. Refreshing to see that. I believe that's a man getting disemboweled on this one. Yeah, just super brutal. Love that blast beat. Sounds pretty good. Definitely got a lot of those, like, 90s era sounds. Kind of that Florida scene vibe. Clearly love for things like Cannibal Corpse, etc. Got a little groove to it too. Ooh, that was a cool little intro. That's more of like a tech death metal kind of intro. And I guess they do describe themselves as that technical progressive. Yeah, there's a switch. That first track was a little bit more just kind of straightforward brutal. This is much techier and proggier. So not a one-trick pony here. Yeah, I did. Good roundup today. We got. I'm only 2 in, and I'm already pretty floored at what we've got on display here. This one had a doomier, moodier intro. Let's see the band photo here. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, it's just a trio too. Great stuff. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. Even though I'm not always into brutal death metal, they got mad skills on their instruments. So yeah, check out Dead Exaltation with Despondent. Next up, we've got Mindwork with Cortex. These guy's out of the Czech Republic. We are going all over the globe today, it seems. And I'm always cool with that. This just dropped today, 4-song EP. Today, as of the time that I'm recording this. Oh yeah, those guys look like progressive metal dudes right there. Yeah, progressive death metal. Dives deep into the human psyche to describe the feeling of depersonalization from your own body. Well, little Opeth in those guitars right there. Oh yeah. You know, I just dropped that bands like Opeth list. Check out that video if you haven't already, but this is another band I could see in a follow-up. Vocals are reminding me of somebody else, though. I can't quite put my finger on it. But there's another group that has a very similar sound. Yeah, this one's cool. Another dynamic record here. Man, this is great group of requests and recommendations today, y'all. Killing it. And thanks as always to the bands for reaching out directly. That usually makes up a good portion of the requests. It ends up being kind of like a cool little virtual battle of the bands in the way. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, great guitar work here. Vocals are solid. I like the diversity too. We've got cleans, we got harsh vocals. Seems like there's a lot going on here. Another cool cover too. Very prog appropriate looking cover. So yeah, that is Mindwork with Cortex. Alright, then we've got Gestrupp with Below the Trees. From Germany, yeah. This is great. This is fun. We're doing a little like globe-trotting today. Every band's been from a different country so far. If we get through all 10 and they all are from somewhere else, I'll be extremely pleased. Simple cover to fit the just straight up black metal music. Second wave vibes. Solo project. Definitely for fans of things like Mayhem, Burzum, Dark Throne. See like Zaster too for something a little bit more recent. Just raw, ugly kind of stuff. This one's a little bit more atmospheric too. It's a very Burzum-y band photo. Burzum-y. Is that a new adjective? Name your own price too, I just noticed. DSBM, atmospheric black metal, post-black metal. Definitely leaning the hardest into that DSBM. Got 8 songs here, including an acoustic version. We got some acoustic on here. Yeah, the Burzum vibes are strong with this one, especially on these kind of more chill sounding tracks. I feel like I've never depressed enough to listen to this particular style, but I know there's a big fan base for it, so good stuff. And again, I'm loving that today, not only different countries all around, but big variation in sound. Every band has sounded different so far. But yeah, that is Gestrupp with Below the Trees. Alright, then we've got Seide with Aukistla from France. Yep, we're continuing the trend, baby. Let's go for all 10. All 10 different countries. Another cool painting cover. What do we got for sound-wise here? Black metal. Is this going to be a combo breaker in terms of sound? No. Still different. Not DSBM, that's for sure. Going more back to the more aggressive sound of that first album. I like their logo here. You could sharpen it up in higher definition, but that's pretty cool with the little spears and everything. Yeah, a little bit true to the French black metal sound. There's a little bit of that kind of avant-garde, kind of cultist de Gaulis sound. Good old Cultus Degulus. A little bit raw, but also some complexity going on there, some dynamics. Very aggro vocals. There's a little bit more depressive sounding interlude here. God, those vocals just sound like he's just shredding his larynx. Rough. So 8 songs on this one. €8 for digital. Not too bad. Cost-wise is what I was referring to there, not the music. Music is solid. I like the contrast of the sheer, just harsh, raw brutality of the vocals with the kind of more dynamic songwriting. Drumming there is cool. Yeah, the French love to bring a little bit of like weirdness to the guitars. Interesting. But yeah, that is Seide with Aukistla. Alright, next we've got Aylwin with the Archholder from California. Keeping it going. Keeping it going. We're in the US now. Be kind of cool if I only had one US band on here, but that would be kind of a surprise. This is also from Pacific Threnodies. Really solid label, covering a lot of awesome underground music. More like atmospheric black metal we're getting here. What a cool cover. Cool logo too. Traditional, like the meme type logo, where you've got like the scratched up like chair back that looks like it's about to drop a mixtape. Got some slower, doomier moments here. It's interesting to hear some of these bands from California that you would never guess come from there. So I think California, sunny and sunglasses, Hollywood. And then you get this music. There's definitely some like post-black influence on here too. Oh, I didn't even realize this is just one long 30 plus minute track. Lots of stuff going up and down. I'm usually not a fan of that. I like my tracks split up a little bit more into their movements, but definitely hearing a lot of ups and downs here. So definitely a track, again, not for my plebeian ass to just be skipping through in this format, but to actually sit back and experience it from start to finish, which I will definitely have to do. Seems like it gets pretty emotional, too. Getting some goosebumps here. I almost don't want to, like, spoil the ending. It seems like it's going to have, like, a big crescendo, big conclusion. Only $6 for this one. Solid price. Yeah, this is cool. Again, that is Aylwin with the Archholder, and I'll just leave you hanging to see where it goes next. Alright, we're keeping it going, guys. Sweden. We're in Sweden now with Mysticium and Tale of the Endless. Very Melodeath looking cover here. Is that what we got? Getting those Insomnium vibes. Oh yeah. Yeah, melodic death metal here. Very strong Insomnium sound on this one. Love those guitars. I have such a special place in my heart for that style, because this was like the music that ultimately kind of was my segue into the heavier metal stuff. Death metal, black metal, everything. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, definitely, if you're I know I keep saying Insomnium, but this is very much clearly influeed by that. It's a solo project, maybe? Started by a guitarist vocalist. Oh no, we've got other members here. It looks like a trio. Confusing me when you... I mean, he's the mastermind, but I've only got him in the photo. Oh yeah, this sounds right up my alley. Ooh, and the acoustic coming in. Fitting to this cover. All comes together on this one. Another 4-song EP, but only 2 songs out right now. Again, by the time this episode is up, the rest may be out, depending on timing. Oh, that sounds incredible. Those big builds. I might have to do a bands like Insomnium list. I'm gonna make a note of these guys. This is freaking rad. Man, what a great group of albums today. One of the best episodes yet, I would say, just in terms of consistency. And so many bands I want to actually go back and check out. So yeah, that is Mysticium with Tale of the Endless. All right, y'all, keeping it going. We're in Ukraine. We're on the home stretch here too. I'm excited. I'm excited. So this is Arhat with Dead Life. And I recall seeing this, I think, come through my inbox in 2020. Just didn't have time. I loved this cover, though. Really cool cover. Doomy intro. This is an intro track, so I'm going to skip forwards here. Lots of great music coming from the Ukraine. Mostly, like, deathcore and some other stuff, too. But this seems more, kind of, again, like... like black and death metal, groove metal, they're saying oriental metal tied in here too. Vicious vocals. Super raw sound. Yeah, I'm definitely getting those groove metal vibes. Man, this is taking me back to the early 2000s. Some of the metal I was listening to in high school. You know, like Lamb of God and all that. Yeah, definitely getting a little bit of a Lamb of God vibe from some of these riffs. But there's more like a blackened vibe, more extreme vocals too. But plenty of groove. Ooh, cool drums there. That more kind of tribal sound. That got my head bobbing. That is infectious as hell. With that groovy, moody guitar hook too. Ah, they should have blown that into like something really fierce. I wouldn't have slowed down after that. Kind of an interesting... I mean, it's still just 4/4/4, but the guitar is doing kind of an interesting little Meshuggah-y kind of pattern. Yeah, it's cool. But this is Arhat with Dead Life. Alright, y'all, now we've got Witcher with a capital R at the end with Néma, gyász, something like that, out of Hungary. We are on the last two. Are we going to make it? Are we going to make it in our globe-trotting adventure without repeating ourselves? Old school second wave looking cover there. Reminds me of like the dark medieval times, mixed with a little bit of like old Ulver Bergtat kind of artwork. Atmospheric black metal. 5 songs on the longer side too. So like doom vibes in here too, depressive. This is cool too. I like that like hand-drawn kind of what's that style? My wife does that kind of artwork too. You use like a charcoal. Looks like a charcoal etching situation. Cool atmosphere. Takes me back to like the late 90s stuff. Ooh, we got cool synth. Oh, that sounds really cool. Yeah, again, getting a lot of like from the music too, those sort of dark medieval times vibes from this. Yeah, very cool atmosphere. Those synths are fantastic. Kind of like a organ sound mixed in there too. Very dense. Big build here, yeah. I'm such a sucker for good synth in my metal, and oof, that atmosphere is excellent. I think it also brings me back to vibes of playing old like PC games too. You had a lot of this type of music. But anyways, that is Witcher with Néma, gyász. Alright, last but not least, we made it, y'all. We are in England with Ungraven with this single to close things out. And I'm so pleased. I'd like to thank all the bands. I'd like to thank God for this amazing journey. Without any repeat locations here. Yeah, this is Ungraven with their half of the split with Slomatics. More of a sludge sound on this one. The Lords of Heaviness, they call themselves. Out of Belfast. This is cool. I haven't been getting a lot of sludge lately on Best of Bandcamp, so this is nice. Another great cover, too. This has been a day of excellent album covers, great music, and just multinational pride. I like this, too. Like, I don't listen to sludge all the time, but there are certain, like, especially underground sludge groups that I really get into. And when I'm in the right mood, it's like the perfect thing. Definitely more of a sludge fan than a doom fan overall, too. I like the aggressiveness of it. So it has more kind of driving qualities. Those vocals are sick, too. Just a... more kind of 90s vibe in a different way. I could see this even being on the radio, like, back in the day, with the, you know, Soundgarden and Nirvana and everything, even though playing with Melvins or something. But yeah, great stuff. Awesome way to cap out this list. That is Ungraven with their split with Slomatics. All right, y'all, that is plenty for today. We did it. we saw it all, we heard it all. Now it's your turn. Let me know down in the comments which one was your favorite. Again, I kind of like it when it's sort of a battle of the bands. So who won? Who won today? It's steep competition, and who else should I maybe check out? You know, let's have a conversation about all this down in the comments. And hey, stick around because I got plenty more videos coming right after this one. Not only a whole playlist of this Best of Bandcamp series that I try to do on a semi-weekly basis, but also full album reviews for new releases, interviews with bands on the podcast, tier list, you name it, we got it. So plenty of reasons to subscribe, again, if you have not already. Also chat with us on the Discord and support on Patreon. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.